Hey, want to thank you for tuning in. And as we continue these devotionals in January, I just wanted to kind of keep on the theme about verses that talk about what it means and what it looks like for us to be authentic disciples of Jesus Christ. And so I came back to Galatians 2:20. And he says here, I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. And the life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. Well, Paul in the book of Galatians was dealing with the problems of legalism in the church and human effort as a way of obtaining righteousness and maintaining good relationship with the Lord. And he uses this I over and over. So he says, listen, I have been crucified with Christ. And that's you and me. And I think it helps us to personalize it. We don't try to die to ourselves every day, but we recognize that in Christ, we have been crucified. He died for us, and he died as us for a very special reason. He says, it is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And so it reminds us that this life isn't about us and how we're going to live for God, but really how you and I are going to release the divine life of God, because Christ is our life. He lives in me. He lives in you by grace through faith. And he says, and the life that I now live in the flesh, and that best way to understand it is that the life I live in this physical body, he says, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. And so I want to encourage you to remember day by day that it's no longer you, but Christ in you. No longer you, but Christ living through you, because he lives in you, and you now choose to live by faith, which simply means as I sense God showing me what he wants to do through me and how he wants to speak through me and how he wants to love through me and give through me, I just simply surrender to whatever he wants to do in me and through me, because he loved me. We always think about how much we love God, and that's overwhelming, but we only love him because he first loved us. He's the initiator, and he loved us, and so he went to the cross. And he loved us, and so he took us to the cross with him. He united our spirit to him. And so when he died, we died. And when he was buried, we were buried. And when he rose again, we rose again. And when he ascended into heaven to sit at the right hand of the Father, you know who else went there? We did, because we are in him and he lives in us. So every day that we live in this physical body, we simply live by faith, hearing, sensing what he wants to do in us and through us, and living in simple to surrender to him, because he loved me and he gave himself for me. And so it's just natural that I now live in that relationship of surrender to what he wants to do through me. And I want to encourage you, live each day as a vessel in which he expresses himself through you. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. God bless.